because I benefited last year when I volunteered in some of the study group, and then it's all about planting the seed that you want. So uh, we all set our intention. What are the seeds that we want to plant when we join that particular day study group? So by doing so, then I planted like a lot of health seed last year. So I was able to fulfill my health seed. And then now this year I'm planting for money seed. So even though I'm not getting a lot of my achieving my target yet, but I see there are improvement from there. And then because I just have my coming session with my coming partner, then we are having the same seed, which is procrastination. So I'm working towards that to improve on it. And then we actually put in a plan how to tackle all this. And then during the volunteer the time, we will find a lot of interesting questions from participants, and I can actually learn more in depth from there. Okay, like just I think yesterday, no, on Thursday, because I heard from Sandy saying, "Do you want to go deeper?" Wow, he sounded like Jesse Michael. Right? Okay, that's my sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, don't mind. Sorry, Michael, because I feel that since Sandy has mentioned this informal, right? So for us to know each other as well, can I ask you some questions to understand a little bit more about you?
Oh, okay. For myself, I actually uh, started to know about DCI in 1st February 2018.
Oh.
And actually, I was introduced by Marina Numerologist. It's my numerologist who actually asked me to come and go and attend. I was attending her talk, and then later on during the session, they were telling about the pen story. And then I got interested, and then I asked about the study group, and then I was committed to the study group every Tuesday and Thursday. No miss. I will be at the Ara Damansara, the study group there, almost every Tuesday and Thursday, learning the wisdom. And that time I was still working in the factory as an admin manager lah. Then later on, after my level 4-5, I found my talent, passion. So I quit the job and then I go to other because I want to focus more on my health lah. So this is where I am, and now I'm currently doing new skin lah. Okay, and not sure whether everyone know I'm a nose cancer survivor. Stage 4, and I already recovered. And this year is my 17 years when I was down with my nose cancer. It's a stage 4 per stage, and then it's my 15 years of cancer free. Okay, so I share a lot to a lot of people. That's why sharing is caring. When so I can do a lot of coffee meditation now because I share a lot during my journey. So that's how I get my health back. Okay, miraculously, after learning this DCI system, it's actually all about sharing. The more you share about your illnesses, the more people will know about it, and then indirectly it will give me the opportunity to become healthier. Yeah. Okay, that's my sharing. Thank
Wow,
you.
that's so cool. Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing with us. Now we're getting to know more about you. So grateful, we're very grateful to have people like you. I believe your story, your life experience, certainly, definitely can inspire a lot of people and benefits a lot of people as well. Welcome on board. So yeah, Michael, if you're thinking about the health, no improvement, perhaps maybe you may consider about yoga if you have not in yet. Have you? You do have a YSI platform that you may consider.
I'm doing yoga very regularly. During the MCO, I was one of the participants which is able to join the yoga 600 days.
Wow.
During that time lah.
600 days. Wow.
Yes,
Awesome.
600 days. And then I also from during the MCO time, I was not able to go through the whole complete Zumba yoga. I have to rely on someone guiding. Then after that, just only a few months only. Then now I don't need to look at the script. I can actually do all the posts on my own really.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Together with the breathing in and out also.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, for your sharing. Yeah, so cool. Okay, thank you, Michael. It's really 真人不露相, or maybe for those who don't know about Chinese, it's about hidden dragon. Wow, now the more we share, the more we know more about you. Woo.
I have a question for Michael also. I also want to ask some question.
Yeah, what's that?
Michael, in your everyday life, what is the one main thing or one main seed that you will always plant in your everyday life?
Okay, every day when I wake up, the first seed that I'll plant is I get a bonus day. Okay, and I make a choice. I want to be happy. And throughout the whole entire day, I'm always happy. You see me smiling. And after my level 4-5, I tell you, I've never been angry so far lah. When the anger try to come out, then it will actually, I will think about the pen and then it cool off already. Very fast. Even if I hit, like for example, I got into an accident just a few days ago, but I was worried about the person, the rider, motorbike rider. Then I was gratitude that the person is not injured. Only my car tire is punctured only. And then I enjoy the whole scenario because I see him not injured. So I'm so thankful. And myself also not injured lah.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing with us the importance of the gratitude. Yeah, I do see that a lot of volunteers know. Wow, there are so many things to share. So many.
Maybe we get Jessica first because she's leaving.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
can.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Thank you for having me in this session. Okay, a little bit about my background. I got to know DC in February 2020, and attended level 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, advanced level 1, 4 steps, and coming management. Yeah. So I started off voluntary in GDC. I think in KOL, was invited by Sandy, and then subsequently in coming management. I mean, what did I get is actually I see a lot of fruits ripen. Even during MCO, you know, I embarked into a different platform in my career. So I see the more I volunteer, the more I see true results coming out. Yeah, even though I'm very busy, even though busy volunteering, do a lot of things, but still my business still going, flourishing, you know. And I start to notice if I slow down, then I start to see, how come my business also not so much one, you know? So I told myself, I think whatever we are doing now, volunteering, is for the good cause, you know. And of course, our coming partner is Kashi Michael, you know. So the more we want to help, especially in DMO, and then the more, you know, the seeds will ripen. So I feel that if I continue to volunteer, actually, the more I share is actually the more knowledge and confidence I get for myself, you know. So that's what I see. I want to continue to volunteer. Yeah. Feel free to ask question.
So I have a question. So just now, I like the way Michael has guided me, even though I'm a longer seat system, it's always very refreshing to learn from teammates. So Jessica, your business has been booming. You are so passionate to serve as a volunteer. Can you tell me what is the one main seed you always plant in everyday life?
Okay. Actually, every day I plant 3 consistency one. I already set already one every day. First is protect life seed lor. So I told the team I actually do yoga. You know, I also ask a few of DC members to join. You know, whenever they are free in the morning. So morning is protect life. Second is afternoon is meaningful speech, and then third is protect others' property lah. Yeah. So I know meaningful speech is part of the leadership skills, which I want to build my team. Yeah. So I focus that a lot. And of course, protect other people's property is more on sales, generosity. So it's also reflecting to my business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome. So I think now I know that why Jessica, you look so young also because you also into yoga, right? To lead other people.
Yes.
Yeah. I think maybe we take one photo first before Jessica and Michael leaves, and then before other people start to join in later. Then we
Okay.
take another photo later. Okay. Who would like us to take photo?
And before my network got lost again.
So we take one photo first. Selvi, want to help us with the photo?
Yeah, okay, I'll take photo.
Yeah, I want to give love.
May is coming in. Okay, wait for me.
Let's put some heart.
Yeah, hearts.
Oh, one more.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah, May just come in.
Okay, ready?
Sorry. Hi,
Hey, we are
everyone.
taking photo.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. One more. I think. Wait. Okay. One more. Hang on, yeah. One more. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Sylvie.
Oh, thank you for the smile.
So now we continue. Maybe let me see whether I have. Okay, I actually have a slide to just to show everybody who our volunteers are, and just a very quick one. Okay, then we can continue. Let me see something happen. Okay.
Wow, Sandy is 73 slides.
Yeah, where's my the thing go to okay 73. No, it's not 73. But this thing disappeared. I cannot see it. What happened?
Never mind. You can take your time. Maybe you off the screen, yeah, and then to see again.
Think how come disappeared. Let me share a bit.
Okay, while Sandy is finding the slides, I have actually put up her proposed flow program plan onto the chat group. Okay, so you guys can take a look.
Okay, so this one is so to let everybody know who we are, who we have here. Okay, so these are our volunteers. That's from Tiger Minds. So Tiger Minds, these are the people on Monday. Okay, Ingi, Tambo, Jessica, Selvi, Sophia, and Michael. So they're all there. Yes, so these are our volunteers for Tiger Minds Monday. Then we have Tiger Minds Thursday on relationships, and we also have Ingi, Amy. Where's Amy? Amy cannot join today. Then Michael, Carmen, we have Albina, and Selvi, and Yan Fang. All right, just an overview so that you roughly know who they are, where they are. And then we have the sales and care team. You see the sales team, they are not only looking at money, they are taking care of, the customers, the students, and what do you need, what do you want, and then it's not like just eyeing on your money, So we have Inky, we have Jeannie. Jean hasn't logged in yet. She said on the way home. Then we have Jessica, we have Sophiana, we have Sui Yi, and Yan Fang. So you see some of them duplicating roles, okay, because it's not a lot of work, so they can afford. Then we have the marketing team, which is just formed. Not a big group, it's a small group. We have Jean Yi, Yan Fang, Jessica, and these people, in fact, the sales, every team I spoke to them specifically in detail before I get them on board. So marketing team is the latest team that I think that we really need. And I spoke to them individually what we are going to do, what are our goals, and then a lot of them are in sales. So, and this is what we need. The surface costs, yeah, so that we can provide support to the sales team. So sales team and marketing teams are different, doing different work. Okay. Then we have social media. Social media, of course. Yinghui not here today. Okay. We have Yinghui, we have Stella, we have Jean Yap and William. All right. So I think then we have others like Anne is always there. Yinghui is also doubling up another role. We also have Gladys who join us every now and then, like Teddy. They join us in events. Kelvin is a newcomer. And then we have May also. And Michelle Coogan is on the way coming in. And then we have Soling always getting ready, although she's super busy and she's always getting ready. So these are our teams, okay? And they still keep coming in. So I just take a very short time to just run through for this group of people, okay? Yeah, so you know roughly this is what we have. Yeah. So yeah, so let's continue. I was actually talking about like is teacher Sugan still here? Yeah, maybe we always talk about the benefits of volunteer. We know, right? We plant seeds, harmony seed, money seed, support seed, competent assistance seed. So we know a lot of seeds can be planted. But I think it's good that we know some pitfalls of volunteer work, especially those who have volunteered long, or you have witnessed your friends. What are the pitfalls, so that we have some new friends here who enjoy volunteering, then they, forgot about it. And then what are some of the things that we have encountered? Anybody want to share before I call upon Teacher Sugan to advise us?
Hey, but before that, sorry, Sandy. I think we should give a big round of applause for all the volunteers. Yeah. Sorry, I think we should take this great opportunity, because without your, then we cannot run so much event. You cannot reach out to so many people. Every one of you is very important. Seriously, thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody has anything to share about like pitfalls, that you have encountered or you have heard, or anything like that?
Yes, I like to share on this particular question. Being a seed system student for a long time, sometimes we are very adventurous. We want to try what it's like when you use the seeds and you don't use the seeds. And what's going to happen when certain laziness creep in onto you. Procrastination is one point. And you thought you'd be adventurous. Okay, fine. I stopped doing this particular action. I stopped doing that particular action. This is my experience. I have been in the seats for a while, and there was one period of my life I decided, okay, I'm not going to go into study group. Okay, I think I'm too busy with my work. I became to lose focus on my seeds planting. And when you lose focus on your seeds planting, your intention, your action, and your thoughts are being affected. So what happened at that point when I moved from a seeds to a non-seeds? It can be very frightening, because I realized I was falling. And it can fall very deeply, but if you are clear enough, you see where you're falling. So I was practically moving out from the seats. You get to enjoy, example, not having to sit in for study group, perhaps not doing what the seat taught us to do, not being mindful. You kind of like that for a period of time. But when you see the reverse and the difference of happening, it can creep onto you, it can give you a certain fear, and that's what happens to me. It frightened the hell out of myself to realize that I am thinking the reverse way. And when the panic mode happened, I started creeping back to the seat system. So what I did, I put one leg in first. I use this simple terminology. I put one leg in first. I bring the other leg back. And when both of my legs are back, I tell myself this thing: you cannot get out of the seat system, because it can get very, very frightening. And it really frightens myself off. So now, no matter how busy, no matter how challenging life can be, I make sure I have one leg stuck in the seat system. It would be the best if I can have myself soaked into the seat system. But I tell myself one thing: never, never leave. I don't know about you guys, but the experience is very frightening to know what you are thinking, not from the correct point. And eventually you do what you're not supposed to do. So that really frightened myself off. And that is what I would like to say, my own pitfall. And now I'm very thankful, yeah. I'm not out of the system. I'm in the system.
Yeah, okay, very good, very good. Personal sharing, personal experience. Anybody else? Or you have heard story about friends? If no, maybe no. I think some of us are pretty still new in the system. You have not volunteered enough to experience that. Maybe overdoing it or something. Maybe we can hear from Teacher Sugan.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes, can hear.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, this is a very quiet restaurant, so I dare not speak too loud. So if you can hear me okay, then I will use this volume, right? So, being a volunteer, basically, I would say there are two polarities, right? Two polarities, meaning that when you want to come in, there are two types of volunteers. The first type is, I want to test water, I want to test water. This is good, you should test water. And then when you do the test water, then you decide. So you shouldn't jump in. And but the other extreme is that, yeah, I really love this volunteering. I really want to do that. You forget about everything. You just jump in basically, and you forget about everything. So I always like to remind everyone. I think a lot of you have heard me saying this many, many times already, right? There are three priorities that we need to make right. First is basically what anybody wants to help me. What is the first priority? First priority is always the family. Family is number one. If let's say there is no family, there is no point doing volunteering. Hey, by the way, all of you need to move a bit, otherwise I will worry whether my internet is stuck or something. Oh yeah, everybody is stuck. Can you hear me?
Can hear.
Okay. Okay. You all need to move a bit, so at least I know that my internet is moving on.
Moving.
Okay, so yeah. So number one should be family, right? And then number two will be your career. Only when you have taken care of your family and career, then you should come into volunteer. We know volunteer is very good way to plant seeds, and there are times we really want to plant lots of seeds. But remember, we need to take good care of our family and the career. You notice every time Yeshua Michael is around, he will always try to remind all of us about our family. For me especially, she always like to ask about Cynthia. How is your wife? How is Cynthia? And then with all the other, I get in touch with Yeshua Michael a lot with the translation team. So he remember everyone's family. He will always ask about the family, about the wife, about the husband. Mostly, I don't know, in translation team, mostly are the guys. So he will ask about the wife or the girlfriend, and then the children. So family is very important. She will always ask about parents also. And then after volunteer, then you need to take care of your career. Career can be your job, can be your business, can be your your source of income. So that is very important, right? Only after these 2 hours taking care, then you are welcome to come into volunteer. Personally, I like to see people enthusiastically volunteering their time, being a volunteer enthusiastically. That is, I love to see that. But I also hate to see people who ignore the family and the career for the sake of volunteering. That really saddens me a lot. Luckily, we don't have that issue with DMO. So far, we are still pretty healthy, but it happens a lot in other organizations. So I don't wish to see that, you know. There are people who volunteer even past midnight until the husband call me and complain to me, can you release my wife? I say, what? I never hold your wife hostage, you know. But I happen to be involved in that organization. So the husband thought that I was the one asking the wife to work too much, you know. But the wife enjoyed the volunteering so much that she literally didn't feel like going home. So that is bad. That is bad, right? And you see, we want to volunteer healthily. We want to plant seeds well. We don't want to plant all the bad seeds. So, I mean, this is the pitfall of volunteering, right? But of course, on the other side, I would like you to learn, to volunteer enthusiastically, explore areas that you want to explore. You can contribute areas that you are strong. You can also try to explore new areas that you want to open up, you want to try. And that is all, volunteering is a good avenue for us to explore all these things. You know? Yeah, and then of course we always have to remember to use the life tools. Whatever we learn, we just need to use them. And then during volunteering, because volunteers are people also, so they are bound to have some conflict sometimes, you know. So we always need to remember to cover our seats. Yeah, and this is a very good playground for us to clarify our seats and purify our seats as well. So I think that's what I have, Sandy. Hopefully I don't speak too much.
Okay.
I think I'm stuck again, right?
No, we are all here.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you, Teacher Sugan, for sharing that. We also have another segment Q&A later on, so that we have all kinds of questions we can ask Teacher Sugan. So now, Teacher Gailing has something to share with us. Yeah, about our summit, actually. So, Teacher Gailing, I pass to you.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, I realized that we didn't rename ourselves. Okay, so maybe I'll rename it later. Okay, yeah, talking about volunteer, yeah, I think I've been volunteering last 5 years, okay, in this system. But I think the most important thing is really, like Teacher Sugan say, you must volunteer happily. Okay, you only can plant seeds when you do it happily. Enjoy your volunteering job. Otherwise, if you feel stressed, then I think it's time for you to check yourself. Do you still want to volunteer yourself? Okay, really find the balance and not to stress yourself, and always remember, do your 4 steps when you come in. Yeah, so that's very important. And it can be any seed, just use your creativity. Okay, just use your creativity. If you want sales, then you can see how do you help sales. If you want wisdom, that's always my 2 seeds I always try to plant initially is time and wisdom. Okay, time means I want to have more time. Wisdom because I want to continue to learn the wisdom, the deeper wisdom, go deeper, go more. And I can say I achieve both by volunteering. I don't have really a fixed commit partner that I meet every week. The every week commit partner I meet is in my book study. So that's where I use the book study as my commit partner. Yeah, so really you can creatively use your voluntary service to achieve your goal. Yeah. So yeah, now coming to Sandy's question about tomorrow's summit. Okay, so we have tomorrow and next Saturday, the summit, the 3-hour session that we are going to have tomorrow and next Saturday. So just now we have a discussion, and we have very, I would say, very poor response for the sign up for the participants.
So we have more volunteers than participants sign up. Okay, so and we discussed this, how do we attract more volunteers, and I think just now we discussed about that, and we decided as also appreciation for all the volunteers, we would like to extend the invitation as a gift to all the volunteers for tomorrow's summit, which means that you can come in as a free participants. And I think the more important is that now how do you come in and see that, oh, okay, now it's free, so I come in, or you think about it, why I'm coming in to join tomorrow. So I think there are a few seeds you can plant. In tomorrow, we know that we need to have participants, and it's tomorrow, you know, so it's an urgent need. So when we plant seed, we choose the right soil, okay? So DMO definitely is the fertile soil because it helps to spread the wisdom to help many people. And this is an urgent need. So we see that we want to support this. And it's going to provide this opportunity, okay, to share this wisdom. So when we learn this, we can share it to more people. Okay, so, and also we are supporting, okay, the DMO activities. So if you want to get more sales, so you actually can take this opportunity to have more customer support in the future. More people will come to support you in the urgent need situation. Okay, and you might need to prioritize something. Okay, maybe you have a appointment, lunch appointment. I don't mean that you should just change your appointment commitment. Maybe if you have a chance to readapt the schedule so that you can make it for tomorrow because it's a Sunday. So maybe some of you have already some pre-arrangement. But as Teacher Shugan say, make priority for a family. If you have already a family commitment for something that's happening, then I think you might have to consider it better if you don't have a better option. If you cannot push to dinner, then you might want to don't want to make people disappointed. So you have to adjust yourself and plant the right seed. But I think it's a very good opportunity for you to plant seed, to support, okay, to gain wisdom, to give time to serve. And I think personally, level 4, okay, is something really, really important. Relationship is really bothers me a lot in the past, especially at work, okay. I don't have much problem at home, but still, okay, have problem with some children, my children last time sometimes, okay, but it's really changed. But my relationship problem is at work. I have some colleagues that I cannot see eye to eye, but they are my peers, okay, so I can't really, I really don't want to talk to them. I really don't want to see them as much as possible, okay. But peers, I have no choice. For example, okay, sometimes I still have to go and talk to them. So what do? I will start to think 2 days before how I'm going to win this discussion, how I'm going to win this negotiation. So then it's really like you go for a fight, okay? So you really bulletproof yourself, try to think of all possible scenario and try to go prepared, okay? But sometimes you still lost. And after I learned seed system, then I start to recognize, okay, what do I give to others? And also what is really the deeper cause, okay? Yeah, then you really plant the seed to change. And in level 4, 5, there's one thing really, really interesting is that I don't have to hit on with that person. I can plant seed through another party. So that is really the third party loop that helps me a lot. And it really work very fast and work very well. So that one of the person that I cannot work with, I don't want to talk, I don't want to see, it become like naturally, we can talk about family trip, we can talk about my children. He doesn't have a children, but he can talk to me about how his trip is with his wife to Japan and things like that. And he will ask me about my children and things, which is in the past, if I see him walking from the other direction, I will try to find another way to go, okay? I don't want to really meet him and even see him. So that is how bad is the situation. But really all this can change. And I can tell also, because of the planting seed, it really made me having a lot of good assistance. And really miraculously, okay, the team of this person also worked with me very, very well, okay? Suddenly it's like everything changed. So, and even my boss was complaining a lot about that department. I said, I have no problem. I can help you to talk to them. And he was like, okay, you go and settle it. This is how seed can change. Okay, so I really encourage you, don't, how do I say, don't give up in relationship problem, and don't ignore it, because in the past, we all think that it's normal, okay, at work. And the most interesting is that you always find supporters among your peers who are close to you. They will tell you, yes, this fella is like that one. And they will tell you strategy. One of my colleagues told me, hey, you go to the boss, you go to the big boss first, get the big boss to agree, then you tell him the big boss already agree. So these are the normal conventional method that we do, okay? Top down, okay? Top down. Tell him boss already agree. You have to agree with this approach, top down approach. Or I will go to his team, get his team, negotiate with his team. Hopefully I can influence his team to agree, okay? Or just drag. Yeah, so this is something I really see the seed change in relationship, and a lot more things that can happen if with me and also with my colleagues when I share this system. And I think we can plant a lot of good seeds. When we have good relationship, we plant the seed to help people, bring the people relationship better. We can see things change. And in fact, I didn't consciously plant this seed, but my family environment changed. Family environment means my parents, especially my mom and my sister-in-law. They're not staying together, but with both my sister-in-law always got problem. Okay. Every time I hear a lot of complaint. And my usual way is that don't tell me this problem. Okay. I don't want to listen to this problem. You all got your own story. I don't want to listen. That's my reaction to them. I say, don't tell me. So that's how, and sometimes things get really bad. Then my sister will call me. Hey, you go and settle this problem. I said, why I settle? Oh, this, my mom is complaining. So I have to step in, no choice. And usually I have to step in like a bulldozer, okay? Tell them this is what you all should do. Stop complaining, stop doing this. That's how I do it. Conventional method, because I'm the eldest in the family. Somehow they give face. I got leadership seat, so they give face. So then I settle the thing. But after I plant seeds, suddenly one day I go back home. I saw my nephew, okay, my little nephew at home. Then I asked my parents, hey, why this guy is here? Then my mother said, oh, their parents go and go Hapjai, so I have to take care. I said, are you sure? Yeah. This boy is very nice. I was thinking like, wow, 2 years ago you were complaining this boy is so naughty, can't even spend 1 hour with them, and now you're taking care of this guy over the weekend, you know. I was like, oh, okay, miracle. Then one day I went back, then my sister-in-law was at home. I said, what happened? Oh, I helped mom I come back, I helped mom to prepare the prayer thing. I was like, wow. For like, they married for more than 10 years, my sister-in-law never spent 1 day at home, okay? But suddenly she go back and help my mother to set up the prayer thing. So it's really a lot of things happen that I didn't intentionally plant it, but I think I plant a lot of seed by sharing this system and helping people to solve their problem, because in book study, we solve people's problem with help. So I really encourage everybody to plant seed, but to plant it happily. Just now Sandy asked about pitfall. Maybe I want to mention something about pitfall. I have one book study friend, okay? She was a leader of one book study. And she have a lot of stress because I think she have a lot of stress. So she really felt very stressed. So after a few times we talked to her, she decided to quit. Okay, then I said, okay, if you are so determined to quit, it's okay, we will take care of the rest. Then she was like, but how is going to happen to this book study? I said, no mind, we will take care of it, don't worry. So she quit. And after like 6 months or so, she called me up. She said, can I come back to volunteer again? I said, of course. Then I said, what happened? She said, when I am in book study, I'm very stressed. But when I do plant seed, I even more stressed, and everything like fall apart. Everything cannot be success at all. Last time I still got chance to success, but now everything fall apart. I got more problem. Then she came back, okay? She came back and served, and because of that experience, she still have challenges, but she still stayed with us for last 2 years, and she's still getting more and more upward, and she is more happy now. So it's really, sometimes you try it like Anne say, you step out and see what happened, and then you found that, oh, it's worse. Okay, it's worse. Okay, so that is where I think we all have to find a way. But don't be all volunteer until you cause family problem. I also see volunteers that they have family problems and then it become an issue, and then later they have to really step up because of family issue. So don't ignore your family. I think I fully agree with what teacher Shugan say. Family is a must. But for the career part, you always can link the goal together. You always can link the goal together. You can treat DMO as your commit partner and link your personal goal together. Like for me, very clear, time goal, wisdom seed, this is what I get. And I get good assistant at work, okay? I get harmony. So all those things, actually my commit partner is the book study. So this is how I plan all these things together. So I achieve what I want to have in my family, the harmony. I also achieve the team and the good assistant and everything. So you can just make sure you link it together. When you serve with the intention, you serve with happiness, and you will achieve the goal. And plan a lot. And sometimes I also forgot 4 steps, but you just keep happily plan. The thing will come back by itself. I say a lot of things, it just happened by itself. Sometimes I felt like how I get to SCIM also very funny. I said, no, I'm not going to SCIM. I got no time to go to SCIM. Okay, maybe after I retired. But it just happened. And I was like, okay, I'm in SCIM. And amazingly, okay, they do it online because of MCO. And the second time, even more interesting is I take unpaid leave, you know. So I have no leave already. So the moment I take the second SCIM term, my team people ask me, hey, GL, you still got leave? Ah? I said, yes. And they said, sure? I thought a few months ago you took 2 weeks off, now you still got leave? I said, yeah, there is one kind of leave called unpaid leave. So this is how things can happen. And actually, before I applied, I asked my boss. He said, yes, go ahead. Then when I got the admission, before I make the payment, I asked my boss again. I said, you sure you approve my unpaid leave? He said, yes, go ahead. This is what you like to do. You should go ahead and do it. So I took unpaid leave for my second SCIM term. So it just happened. It's really unbelievable that my boss will approve it and it make it happen. And the second amazing thing is that for the 2 weeks of SCIM term, I only have to answer 1 or 2 calls and 1 or 2 emails. I don't have people chasing after me for the 2 weeks. So all these things, I believe is the seed that I have planted, although I don't really think, oh, I have a SCIM goal, I need to plant this seed. I don't really do it, really, frankly speaking. But somehow I think because I shared and I plant the seed in the book study, this is what happened. Okay, so I really hope that I see you guys tomorrow in the summit. That is the final urge that I want to make. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Caitlin. Very, very powerful sharing. She shared so much in there. I remember when I volunteered, yeah, I have a lot of benefits from volunteer. I think this one we don't have to talk about it. I think everybody knows, but I have very, very great, lots of fruits ripen when I volunteer. Like what Caitlin say, time. And people always ask me this question, a common question I always hear, Sandy, you have a business, how come you can always volunteer? Last time was offline, we have to go to study group and I can go like few weeks. And then when we went online, I have a like record is like 5 or 6 study group per week. so I can attend, and I really, wow, I count my fingers, really 5, I lost count, so 5 study group, and I can just go on. And then I only have 24 hours. I'm not different from you, but how do I get that? It is always from volunteering. So for those people who are very, very busy, I remember the teachers who told me that the more you don't have, the more you have to plan. So the more you don't have the time, that means the more you have to give. Then the question is very challenging how to give, right? Then you don't have to give 5 hours. Even if you give half an hour, as long as you're very mindful what you're doing, you do your 4 steps, you will have that come back to you. So like, for example, Gailing is talking about the summit. Summit tomorrow is that some people think that I have attended level 4, 5, no need, it's something similar. Or some people find that, what is it, maybe I plan to sign up for level 4 next month, so this one no need. But then there again, like what Caitlin highlighted, there are a lot of seats in there. First of all, there's very low sign up, right? I recognize this organization has an event, very low sign up. So what can I do? If I go, what can I plant? We always think back, like, if I do this step 3, what can I go back to step 1 and, to formulate my step 1? So if I go, I have already attended, I know the content, I know already, maybe level 4, 5, attended 3 times. But then I can make use of the opportunity to plant seeds. Like what? I can plant time seed. I can plant support seed. These are very good seed for people who are busy. Very good seed for people who are in business. So now we look at it from an angle. It's like, when this appears in front of me, is it an opportunity? Did I get to miss it? I missed the opportunity. Yeah, the organization needs it, to have, it's not like collecting a lot of money, because when you sign up, you're going to get refund, you can redeem. So when you attend level 4, this course becomes free. But then what can I plan for myself? So, but why do I keep thinking about myself? It's because I want to be very successful so that I can tell people that I use 4-step and plan what I have later on. So now there's an opportunity. I can plant time seed, support seed, money seed, if you want to put in the $99. And I get to learn as well. So I get to plant wisdom seeds. And all these are very, very nice seed, really very nice to come back to us. And I have a lot of results. In the past, all of you know, right, I was in DCW. I volunteered in DCW. Subsequently, I volunteered in GDC a lot. After that, I went to BMI, volunteer with Dr. Wu. And a lot of these volunteer service that I given is really just to support, sharing event, GDC, go. I just sign up no matter what. I have attended so many sharing events. One more is not a lot. One less is not a lot less. But I just want to go to support them. That's all. And you know what? What I have gotten is lots of support seat all over the place. Even my volunteer team are supporting me. I have fantastic support seat ripen, even when I was Bali, when Sukling appeared as a competent assistant that I'm like never as expected. And she just did everything and I was like relaxing in Bali, So but I was leading the team. But I don't know who's leading the team. In the end, she ran all the work. So you're like, Then another assistant appeared for the very first time was Phyllis. They just appear from nowhere, And you know what? That volunteer task is not something that I like to do. And then the two of them went to do every day. Then I went to teacher Xing Tian's store and I like jewelry. Then I go and help them to sell jewelry. I go and talk to customer. So, then I get to do what I like to do. Something that I need to do, somebody will do it for me. And that's it. And I have a lot of assistance in family, at home, and at work. So, so support seed is what is very, 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 very important. When you support other people, it will come back to you. Nothing is wasted. No effort is wasted. It's everything you plan. You just know, hey, at the end of the day, DMO, one less student, one more student, does it hurt or not? Doesn't really hurt that much. But then, maybe it's just audience a little bit less, but I get to plan a lot, so this is what I gather. So, so do we see it as an opportunity? Or do we see it as just another event? So I would also encourage, DCW has a lot, GDCW has a lot of event, and a lot of you are in that platform. You just keep looking at those, whatever sharing event you can join, just join them and support GDC, support DCW, or you want to support Dr. Wu, by all means, these are all teaching the seed system, and they are helping a lot of people. They are all fertile soil. Just go and plant your support seed, it is really, really nice. Yeah, so that's my sharing on the part. And this level 4, this relationship, very, very important for those who want to plant money seed. Very important. Last time, some of you know I have very bad relationship with my husband until I don't want to plant. I go to old folks' home, don't want to plant companion seed, just don't want. I say I just go back, not planting that seed. And then my money didn't come. Hey, then why I keep planting money seed, why it didn't come? Until one teacher told me harmony is very important. Another teacher told me relationship is very important. Hiya, until third or fourth, until Geshe Michael told me, I said, okay, I give up. Okay, cannot already. Then I surrender. I literally in my heart said, okay, surrender, surrender. Okay, I go and plan relationship. Otherwise my money don't come. And it's amazing when I started to plan relationship and then the money comes smoother. It just comes, it just appear. I'm like, hey, how come when I plant money, see the money didn't come? When I planted relationship, then not only that my relationship improves, as a bonus, I get money. You see, so don't overlook that. Don't overlook that. Relationship is very, very important. When your relationship is not good, you will get a lot of negative emotion, making you planting any kind of seed much more difficult. So I would say that if I have given a chance to go back in time, I would have planted relationship first before I plant money seeds. Okay, that's what my sharing about relationship. So, okay, but I would like to take this opportunity to get Teacher Sugan to talk, although he's eating, because it's very rare that we have opportunity to meet up with Teacher Sugan. So we grab him and make him talk. So all kind of questions you have, like pertaining to volunteer work, personal, whatever it is, or you don't get a chance to ask, take the opportunity to ask now. You know, like, yeah, just ask him. Okay.
Yeah. First of all, wondering how come nobody is eating, only me eating. Anyway, yeah. So anyone has any question? Okay, while you're thinking, let me talk a little bit more. You see, when we become a volunteer, when we serve, right, we should always use our 4 steps for our goal. It's very important, right? Meaning that regardless of whatever role you are performing as a volunteer, you need to also activate the 4 step for your goal, the correct 4 step. For example, I don't know, maybe money is a very common topic, right? So, okay, let's say I want to plant money seeds, and then what role can I do? Let's say the role that I do, I don't know, maybe I just happen to see May, okay? So as an MC, for example, when I perform a role as an MC, when I want to plant money seeds, what kind of 4 steps should I be doing in my mind? Step number 1, I want to plant money seeds. I want to have freedom from financial worry, right? That is step number 1. Step number 2, okay, now I'm serving DMO as an MC. So how do I use DMO as my seed partner? Okay, I want to be free. I want to be free of financial worry. So now I use DMO. So do we see DMO also wants to be free of financial worry? I think so. Yeah, I think most of the companies, they want to be free of financial worry. Okay, since I can assume that DMO also wants to be free of financial worry, so I can use DMO as my seed partner. Step number 3, then I just do it. I just do the MC role. And step number 4 will be to be happy. And of course, I saw Mr. Choi and Teacher Gatling also put in the chat, right? Time. When you use your time, it's a giving your time. So you are actually giving your time, it equals money. So you are giving your money, you're contributing your time, which equals to money. But of course, you need, okay, very important at this point is that we shouldn't be always using time as replacement for money if we have money. Okay, this is a pitfall, this is a trap that I fell into. I fell into this trap before. I was, before DC, I was very stingy, I was very cheapskate. This is my 4 powers. This is the reason why I struggled a lot in the beginning with finance, with money. I used to earn a lot of money working in US company. And a US company, when they give salary, it's like Sing dollar 5-digit kind of things, right? You can't believe it, 5-digit Sing dollar salary, yeah, not enough. So you know how much a spender my wife is. Just joking, just joking. 5-digit, you know, and then I owe the bank. I owe the credit card company 6 digits. 6 digits, you know, crazy. And I realized that after learning the system, I realized that I was very stingy and I was very stingy and very calculative, you know. So when I was serving, yeah, I was very calculative. When I was serving in DC, I told myself, I have skills, so let me just contribute skills. I don't have to contribute the money. You know, in the study group, we used to have a contribution $10 monthly. I contribute my time. I don't have to contribute. And then I'm the study group leader. I don't have to contribute. I already contribute my time, you know. But all these are the reasons, although I contributed my time, but I didn't plant enough money seeds because the seeds planted were very weak. You see, intention. We are in Bali last time. We just talked about this intention. How many percent intention contribute to our seeds? 90%. So my intention to start with was wrong. Okay, I am the study group leader. Okay, so I already give my time, so I don't have to put in the money. The $10 is the monthly fee, and then there is another extra piggy bank for all the charities, right? I never put a single cent into those two because I already contributed my time. I'm the study group leader. And I was suffering. In my mind, I was thinking, shucks, man, I'm leading the study group. I've been teaching people how to plant seed. I see people getting results. I see people like Karina getting millions of dollars, so much money. How come I never get my result? I can't tell people I don't get result. You know, I'm a study group leader, so shy. But one day I realized this stingy thinking with the wrong intention might be the cause. So I decided to change my mindset. Never mind, I contribute my time, I put in the money. Sometimes I put in more. They tell you, during my troubled time, in my wallet, sometimes I only have one piece of $10, okay? After study group, people want to go lunch. I normally leave the morning study group. Hey, study group finished, let's go for lunch. I say, sorry, I have to go home. My wife waiting for me, but actually it's a bluff one, okay? Because I only have $10. I tell you, not enough money to buy lunch. Because as a study group leader, I was supposed to, sometimes I have to pay for others, right? Otherwise, no face, right? I just gave an excuse. Sorry, my mom cook at home, my wife waiting for me, you know. But the actual fact is not enough money, only $10, not enough. I can't say, sorry, I only pay for Don, but I don't pay for Sandy. That's very malu, right? So I changed my mindset. I say, never mind. Even a little bit, I just pay $2, $5, $10, I pay. And do you know what happened? After my change of this thinking and mindset, wow, I could see my financial condition getting better. A lot of people asking me, hey, what is the secret? How come you can pay off your bank credit card loan 6-digit? Okay, to be exact, 180,000 Sing, okay? 180,000 Sing is about $500,000 ringgit credit card bill. I paid off within 1 year. People asking me, hey, what is your secret? Yeah, this is a secret. Change my mindset, not to be stingy and not to be cheapskate. You know, even if you contribute your time, you still have to contribute the money because, of course, if you contribute your time and you realize that you have a bit of difficulty with the money, yes, once or twice you can let go, you can escape, but you still need to put in effort to put in money. And wow, I tell you, in 1 year, after I changed this thinking, in 1 year, I cleared off everything. And the feeling was so, what do you call that? So liberating, so liberating. Imagine leading study group, teaching people how to plant money seeds, and you yourself are in deep shit. And then hearing Tambu sharing how he got over his financial problem, hearing Jinip getting the record student registration, hearing LMT getting all his result, Jessica, you know, I mean it's it is really disturbing. But the moment I change my mindset, it's so liberating. So that is what I have. Okay, now any questions? Any other questions? I've been speaking too much
Teacher
already.
Tambu.
Yes.
Tambu.
Yes.
First
Please.
of all, no question, but thank you for your heartfelt sharing. You have been an inspiration for all and especially for me. This is actually, I remember you even mentioning the last time when one of you was sharing that when you had all these financial problems, although you were actually teaching the students, this was actually running at the back of your mind and things like that. And I'm pretty sure having planted the right seeds and probably learning and eventually planting the right seeds have overcome. And I just want to say that each and every one of us will also achieve our goals. And for me, I've not actually done anything yet to be a volunteer. I'm still a baby, like I always say, but I wish I can contribute more and learn from everyone to be successful. And I wish everyone all the very best. And thank you for all the sharing from everyone today. Thank you. Nice food, nice food.
So yes, Q&A. Take the chance to ask teacher student. You know, he's very busy, so don't miss the opportunity.
Okay, I got one more question. I have got piggy banks where after learning the DMO system, planting in the fertile soil is very important. So I've actually adopted parents and I'm actually giving some care, you know, buying them food, visiting them, giving time and chit-chatting with them. And they're also looking forward to meeting me and things like that. So I have a piggy bank for them. You know, every day I put money in there and do my 4 steps and do the piggy bank. So I've got a certain amount of money in my piggy bank. Okay. But what I'm doing is in between, I don't wait for the money to accumulate and then only go and buy them something. You know, I buy them medicine sometimes. I buy them food a lot of times. I always go and choose what they like, you know. Taking into account that they're old people, they may not like a certain kind of food and they prefer this and that. I do a lot of this kind of thinking and do the appropriate things. So the question is, I've got, say, a certain amount of money accumulated in piggy bank for them, but I'm spending a lot of money in between. I'm not taking from the piggy bank at the end, you know. So is that a correct method?
The reason why we want to do the piggy bank. You know, I've been telling the people in Bali, you know, whatever you learn, you need to understand the reason. We don't just follow blindly. We just don't take it as a ritual, but we need to know the reason. Why do we do piggy bank?
To remind ourselves and do this every day as a coffee meditation. That if you're planting the fertile soil or if you're planting for sales or whatever.
Yeah, it's habit. It wants to keep our mind
thinking about
habitually, to be habitually generous.
Yes.
Okay, and that's the purpose. So whether you, at the end of the day, you get the money out of it or you don't get out of it, it does not really matter. It doesn't really matter, right? So we want to keep this generosity mind all the time. You know, human is very, or rather I would say it's very common for me to fall into this scarcity. What happens if I don't have? What happens if I don't get it? This kind of thinking will cause me to forget about being generous. You know, if I only left with 2 pieces of biscuit, for example, cookie, for example, you know, if I eat one, what happens if later I am hungry again? So I better keep both. Although maybe somebody in front of me is hungry. You know, so that is very being not being generous is very, very common. So the daily piggy bank or even the 3 times a day piggy bank is a training for us to make it as a habit. Yeah. So I hope that helps you.
Yes,
And
clear.
also,
Thank you.
Calvin and Jean also raising hand.
Yeah, Teacher Sugar.
Hmm.
Now, Teacher Sugar, I'm thinking, right, when we write our 6 times book, right? Because I think the most challenging part is we have to know what are the exact correct seed to plant to hit our goal. So I think that's why I say like my goal. So I don't know how am I going to do. Am I planting the correct seed? Because I think the 6 time book is very important to if we are able to, you know, to plant the correct seed. I think that's the most challenge.
Okay. 6 times book. How do we write 6 times book in general? Or why do we want to write 6 times book? Again, it's a reason behind, you know. So first of all, why do we do 6 times book? Why does the teacher teach us to do 6 times book?
Of course, we not to plant back seed, to clear our seed at the same time to actually what I understand from 6 time books is okay, the day before our night time we have to plant the seed, right? So at that point of time we already planted the seed. While we doing the like planning, like it.
Okay, I don't hear Jill. I assume you have completed asking. Okay, let me let us clarify, okay, the purpose of doing 6 times book. Okay, Jean mentioned that the day before you plan the seeds accordingly and then you execute, right? Let me ask you, is that not 4 steps? Or let me ask everybody, what Jean just mentioned about planning the seeds accordingly so that you can write the 6 times book, is that not 4 steps? Do we not call that 4 steps? Then if it is a 4 step, why is the need to call it 6 times book? Can we just say do 4 steps 6 times a day? Correct?
No, because okay, because before the let's say we plant the seed, right? Before 2 hours it becomes seed. If it's back seed, we can clear. This is why we have to do every 2 hours, because the imprint will become the seed after 2 hours.
You see, your answer is not wrong, but I would say not accurate. And then when you don't understand it, if you don't understand accurately, you will have all these questions. So let's clarify once and for all. Why do we do 6 times book? Okay. Sorry, I'm so chewing. Now, before that, what are you using as the base of the 6 times book?
Go.
What are we using as the base of our 6 times book? Are you observing the 10 virtues? Or are you just using one virtue?
I'm actually Teacher Shugan, actually I'm looking at my goal and what are the seeds that will support my goal.
Okay. Then I would like to say that you are doing 4 steps 6 times a day. It's not a real 6 times book. Okay. Now, 6 times book is a way for us to observe our mind, like what Teacher Gatling and Mr. Choi put in the group is an opportunity for us to observe our mind 6 times a day. Okay, and what are we using as the base for 6 times book is very important, the base. And I would say just focusing on our goal alone is not enough. Our goal is best used with four steps. 6 times book, personally, I don't really recommend using the goal. Okay, I would like to recommend you using the at least the 10 virtues. Why? Because that will be our guiding virtues in our life. And then when we can keep all the 10 virtues very, very cleanly, I shouldn't say perfectly, but cleanly, that is what we call the which come through 6. Xin Xiang Si. A lot of time people like to know what is the 6 for which come true. Xin Xiang Si. It's actually by observing the 10 virtues cleanly, observing them well. So rather than just focusing on your goal 6 times a day, I would recommend you focus on the 10 virtues 6 times a day. And then you don't plan it the day before. When you do 4 steps, yes, you plan it the day before. But when you do 6 times a day, you observe whether your action, your speech, and your thought are in accordance to the 10 virtues. Of course, we divide the 10 virtues into 6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then second day will be 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, and then we just roll it. You see? So we just use the 10 virtues to observe our 3, we call it 3 laws of expression, our conduct, our speech, and our thought. Okay, at the same time, do your 4 steps for your goals. You don't have to do it 6 times a day. And if you can do it once a day, it's already very good. But when you do 4 steps for a goal, you need to have your sit partner. And who is your sit partner? Right, in our 4 steps workshop before, we recommend you think of how you can help your sit partner every day, 10 minutes, and record down. And then at the end of the week, once a week, then you meet up and you update your sit partners of what you have thought, what plans you have thought for your sit partner. That is more powerful. So let me clarify again. When we read the 3 times book, when we read the 6 times book, we don't plan one day before. Okay, I know some teachers are teaching that way, but that is not the way. Okay, let me be upfront and frank here. If you plan one day ahead, that is 4 steps. That is not writing the book. Okay, if you run the book, you use it to observe your mind. You use it to guide your 3 laws of expression, your conduct, your speech, and your thought. Okay, so I hope that is helpful, June.
Thank you, Teacher Sugan. Thank you.
Okay, Calvin.
Hello, Teacher Sugeng and everybody. Okay, so as you all know, recently I fell back with my father. Okay, so we got in contact again after many years. Now, so after I'm just a little bit confused here. I had my my goal with the with Tumble. I touched my goal probably into week 3, and then I lost my goal. Then my father came into the picture. I got my father, then I lost my wife because they don't get along with each other. There's a lot of how do you say tension and very old big trees, anger and hatred there. So in regards to my money goals, when I'm planting, given that sort of a background, I know it's just a compressed version of what's actually happened, Teacher Sugang or any other teachers here can advise what am I doing, not doing or doing wrongly. So I can say that since I've joined DMO, it is the changes I've made for myself. Okay, I spend a lot more time with listening to Geshe Michael online. I do sit down minimum 10 minutes every day for my meditation, even though I'm just quieting my mind. Since I did level 3, I think I missed out about 5 days where I was super exhausted. Just didn't have the strength. What else? I'm very cautious about being angry. So I am using my 4 steps every moment where there's something that annoys me, or I'm, raising the awareness of my emotions, right? And I can safely say that in the last 2 months, I have not got angry. Regardless of whether or not my daughter talk to me, she don't talk to me. I'm still using, it's all coming from me. I get that part. So my struggles at the moment is, the changes. I know that doing the same thing every time, the same method, and expecting a different result is insanity. So I buy into that. So I'm a preacher who prays. So I'm trying to do small changes, yet so at the moment, myself and my wife, I don't mind because we're very close family here. I feel very safe here, I'll tell you. My investments went in the wrong direction. So in her mindset, why are you still doing it? But in my mindset is my body is breaking down. And if I don't do this, then we won't have a future. So I have my seeds and I understand she's coming from me. I accept that the anger and hatred is also coming from my past seeds, the old version of me. So I understand this is just a very big compression at the moment. But given all that, what am I doing? So, okay. Teacher Sugan, you are very good at Forex, and others here as well. So literally I watched, right? I placed an order to go north, for example, and it will literally go south. All right, and I watch it throughout the day. It'll literally bounce on the line and go the opposite direction. So I believe that I'm definitely on the right path. Okay, so am I going to go back to anger, hatred, resentment, and all that? No, I know I've moved past that. I'm still trying to iron out the rest of the seeds. But what do you think would be the reason behind it? What am I not doing, or what am I doing wrong?
Okay, good. I have just the right story for you.
Okay.
First of all, your relationship with your father and your relationship with your wife are not related at all. Okay, it doesn't mean that your better relationship with your father is causing the strained relationship with your wife.
Sorry, sorry, can I just add a little bit? Sorry to interrupt you, just so you have a better picture, that's all. Okay, so I'm very understanding. I just told my wife to be honest with her, because honesty is very important. I just said to her, I'm going to see my father. So she says, yeah, go ahead. Don't be shy, go ahead. So at the moment, she is not happy with me for the fact that the investments went in the wrong direction. And she feels very strongly that it's not the right way to go. So I have and you're absolutely right, I have my issues with my wife, right? But me going to see my father and telling her the truth that I'm going to see her father is making her feel kind of like neglected and uncomfortable, like, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. So I understand they're not related, but it is affecting the relationships on both sides.
Teacher Sugar, Tambu here. Probably I just want to add something to this. Maybe that might shed some light. Myself and Kelvin were actually actively doing the weekly karmic meeting. but I think in the last 3 weeks, we did not get to do it. So that is probably also one of the pointers you may want to take to give us the suggestion.
And on regards to that, so I've been doing 12-hour shifts at work, then going home taking my mom. So me and Tambo also, everything is just like the perfect storm.
Okay. See, things happen. Irregardless of, or rather, I would say, there are not direct links between those that are happening to you. Okay. Each individual event happens due to our seeds opening up. Okay. And our wrong understanding is the culprit, making us see that one event is leading to the other event. Okay. I think, Kelvin, we discussed about this in Nagarjuna. In Nagarjuna, we discussed about this before, the first Nagarjuna course. I think you were in my group as well. So we need to understand each individual event happens individually from its own seed, and only our misunderstanding is making us seeing one event leading to the other event. Okay, and worse still, we see one event is causing the other event. Okay, so we need to understand this. Now, you talk about investment. Investment going north, going south, it's all our seeds also. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you go into Forex, whether you go into ETF, whether you go into Bitcoin. If you don't have the seeds, if you buy long, it will go south. If you buy short, it will go north. Okay. You understand the terminology, long and short? Okay. I thought I have already cleared all the bad seeds, and I thought I have good generosity seeds. So after waiting for so many years, finally I thought, okay, let me go into Bitcoin. Did you read the news? What happened to the crypto market last 1-2 weeks?
Yeah.
Big crash. You see what happened? Definitely, I still have bad seeds. And let me tell you, every one of us who are still living in this world with human body, that means we still have bad seeds. We are going to discuss this much deeper in level 6 coming in November. Okay, as long as we have this human body, as long as we are still going through this circle, we still have the bad seeds keeping us inside. So our job, what is our job? Plant as much as good seeds as possible and get rid of as much negative seeds as possible. Okay, apology for the noise here. There is a boy playing with his toy. So, okay, so understand, Calvin. Investment, regardless of the whether it is Forex or whatever, it still depends on our seeds. So it means that if you have good seeds, you don't even need to go into Forex or whatever instrument. You know, you can just go and sell insurance, for example. Or you can just go and, I'm sorry, I'm just using insurance as an example because sometimes people look down on insurance agent, you know. If you have seeds for generosity, even when you go for insurance, you will be very wealthy. You will earn a lot of money. But if you don't have the seeds, whatever instrument you are using, you go into, you will not be able to earn money. You see? Yeah. So come back to the seeds. And then one more thing, we cannot rush the seeds to open. Yeah. So I think, yeah, I know you have come in for a while, few months, but that might not be enough time for me to clear off my credit card debt. It took me a year. From the moment I changed my mindset until the debt was cleared, it took a year. Which, well, now that I'm out of it, it felt so fast. But when I was going through, it felt so slow. I was kind of hating myself also. I can tell people, but how come I don't see the result myself? You know? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know in my heart, like in my cells, that I'm definitely on the right seat, on the right highway. I know that for a fact. But yeah, just wanting to, I don't know. Ever since joining DMO, time has got so precious, and yeah, just hoping that I'm not doing the wrong thing, or the right thing in the wrong way.
Well, try to um, try to detect even a small success and be happy for it. We shouldn't deny. Hey, Calvin, you look better now. I know that I'm still no, never deny. You see, try to find even a small thing that you can be happy about, and that is enough to help you go to the correct direction. Because even if you can see a little bit of positive, that means you are on the right direction. Then the next question is how fast you want to go there.
Yeah, that's where
Before we start, before we start, we are worried whether this is the correct direction for us, right? I think the worst thing is we go to the wrong direction, or sometimes people call it lean on the wrong wall. Lean on the wrong wall. So the best way is to detect whether we are on the correct direction or we are leaning on the correct wall. When the indication is positive, then go for it. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Other people, please help. Please chip in. Yeah. It shouldn't be me one person talking. All of you are also qualified teachers.
Teacher
Can I
Sugan.
share? Oh, can I share something, May here?
Mhm.
I find that sometimes when I have anxiety, I mean, I lost so much of my savings, everything after my divorce, right? Dongling helps. Dongling helps. Sometimes when all fail, I just like, even now I have my new job, I consciously set aside 20 minutes at least to do meditation and do Tongling. So sometimes when when I think back of what I've lost, and everyone is all doing well, then I realize, okay, I have this envious, and all this, and I recognize it. And I sometimes, sometimes when I visit my dad, I had a very, bad childhood. Then sometimes I still have this hatred. I catch it, then I do Tongling meditation also. And I do go back to my inner child, like it's kind of like an inner child healing, but going back to my child, those time that when I was like victimized and not being helped, so I went back to heal her. So it's something like meditation also, yeah, and look back at those hurtful moments and then heal her, heal that person. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Any method that can help us is a good method now. Okay. Yeah. So I'm glad that you found your method, and I'm glad that it is working. But there's a but behind. On top of what is working, on top of what seems to be working today, right? You also need to understand the deeper level. So who is this young girl? Who is this young girl? Is she your past? Is she not related to your current me? Yeah. So first of all, yes, the method works for you now. But in order for the method to always be working, you need to understand the underlying principle. So it works because you have good seeds that you planted before. What kind of good seeds? Maybe you have helped people before. Maybe you rendered assistance to others. That's why it's working now. Right? So you need to still plant the seeds. You need to really identify. what was, I mean, or rather, at least from the it doesn't have to be so detailed, but at least you need to understand what was happening to you when you were young. What did you feel? Did you feel what? I don't really know your story, but was it violence? Was it something else? You know, 重男轻女, what do you call that? Discrimination, you know, or was it? I mean, you need to understand what is it that is causing you to have this issue, and then you still need to do the 4 powers properly. If it was like violence, for example, then it could be violence in your thought. For example, let's say I'm a gentle person. I'm not a violent person, but maybe you are violent in your thought. You know, when I was young, I had lots of violence thought in my mind because of some issue. You know, so I mean, you need to understand this, and you still need to do the 4 powers. Yeah. Okay. So well done. You found your method, but in order for the method to keep on working, you still need to do it from the state's perspective. You know, like in Bali, we were talking about people doing law of attraction, you know. So again, the same thing. If you have the states, the LOA will work for you perfectly. You can attract whatever from the universe. But if you just sit down and try to attract without having the underlying seeds, it will never work. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
So,
I have a question.
Yeah.
You see, a lot of us want to plant money because money is an immediate need, right? It's urgent, not in a clear debt. Then relationship is, it's been like that for so many years, can wait a while. And I think sometimes because of that, then we focus on planting money seed. Then we don't give so much priority on relationship seed. But how is relationship affecting our money? I think because if we don't understand, then we will just focus on money that we see that we need. Relationship can wait. Money, I don't want to wait. I will just focus on money. So how is relationship related to money seed?
Very good question. Hey, hold on. Let me switch on my camera. Oh yeah, Tambu said something, right? But anyway, okay, let me chip in my thought. Somebody asked this question in Indonesia. I think Helena was with us also, right? The guy asked, you only say that you want money, you plant money seeds. You want relationship, you plant relationship seeds. Why now suddenly you say, if you want money, you need to have relationship? Actually, I always like to bring this back to our state of mind. Why is watching our mind is so important? Why do we need to do meditation? Why do we need to do the book either 3 times or 6 times, right? So because we want, and then again, another goal that we want to have is a peace of mind. What is that? What is that peace of mind? Why are we doing all this? Because and then we say we want to have the correct worldview. Yeah. Tambu, you want to say something?
Yeah. From my understanding and from what my heart was telling me from beginning, even before I came into DMO, there is that in fact, I answered the first question when I attended the public talk where Teacher Helena was conducting. What is your aim to attend this public talk? My quick answer was to have peace of mind. And when I answered that question, peace of mind, for me, it encompasses relationship, health, and also, of course, money, which is essential for our day-to-day living. So that was my understanding even before. And I still, inside my heart, I still feel these are the 3 most important things for us to go on in our lives happily on a personal basis. But the other thing which I've learned now, although I was actually doing, but now I know the importance of giving in so many ways: time, effort, generosity, whatever, So the calling for me now is more in the giving, and I've already built the confidence that this seed planting wisdom is actually right. And I am actually now, to be honest, my financial situation is really, 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 really bad. But on the contrary, the peace of mind which I have right now, and the confidence I have right now, and the composure I have in my thinking, although I must confess that I'm not doing any meditation and things like that, but the feeling is great. So, and honestly, I think I'm planting all three also on a daily basis: for health, for money, as well as for relationship. So the relationship I start from home. I'm doing a lot of work, which I was doing before, but I was doing in a very, what do you say? Yeah, I have to do, not so interested in doing, but just do it. But now I'm doing it happily. And of course, I do the 4 steps. Even when I'm washing my plates, even when I'm sweeping the house. So that is for relationship. And then when I practice generosity for someone to buy healthy drink or things like that, I'm planting for health. And when I'm giving business, I also do the 4 steps for my money, my financial freedom. So these are 3 things I'm actually doing on a daily basis. And I'm very peaceful now.
Well done. Well done. And I think Helena summarized very well in the chat group, or in the chat box, right? Now, so yes, we need to have this peace of mind so that we can plant our seeds well. And this peace of mind, a lot of time is contributed by this relationship. Okay. I think especially those of you who are married, you can agree with me. If you don't have a peaceful family, a lot of things just won't go well. That's why at the beginning I mentioned, right, as a volunteer, first priority is family. If you don't have peaceful, harmonious family, very difficult to volunteer, because your wife will complain, you don't give enough time for me, yet now you have time to volunteer. And then if you ignore that, your life will be tough, okay? Your life will be tough. So it's very important. So that's why, and then of course, if you want to plant money seeds, if you don't have harmony, if you are not having peaceful mind, I like to say this, Cai Shen Ye, the god of wealth, also refused to visit you. Okay, now let's on the more serious note. Just now, why did I recommend Jean to do 10 virtues in a rotation basis? Because if you analyze it, anything that we want to achieve is related to all the 10 virtues. Let's talk about money. When we talk about money, we always think of which virtue? Number 2. We always think of virtue number 2, which is generosity. But do you realize that money is also related to virtue number 1, protect health? Try to find the link. Do you realize that money is also related to virtue number 3, respecting others' relationship? Do you realize that money is also related to virtue number 4, keeping to your commitment, keeping to a promise? Do you realize that money is also related to virtue number 5, bringing people together, and so on and so on and so on? Virtue number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so in fact, all the 10 virtues are related to money. And then let's say you want to plant health seeds. We always like to say it's virtue number 1, protect health. But have you ever analyzed how are the other 9 virtues help us to plant health seeds? Very much if you want to sit down and analyze it, So the best way to have this wish come true seeds, 心想事成, is to observe the 10 virtues 6 times a day. Of course, if you go deeper, if you have your bodhisattva vows, you should incorporate that into your 6 times book. Okay, Geshe Michael call it in DCR is a warrior virtues. Virtues of being a warrior. Okay. So those are the basis of our success. I think I am the only one who has been stressing the importance of doing the book from very beginning. From very beginning, okay. Only after my being insistent, then all the other teachers started to jump into the wagon. But from the very beginning, I already had this realization that the 10 virtues are very important. And when you do the 10 virtues, whatever you do will be very smooth sailing. Okay, so try to, well, I mean, I like the Sabbath team's term. I don't see them here. Michelle Coogan and Albina, right? They call it the triple gems, 3 jewels. 3 jewels. So what do we relate? How do we relate to 3 jewels normally? I mean, let's not talk about the normal 3 jewels, but the Sabbath team define 3 jewels as meditation, yoga, and the book. You see? So Sabbath team is so creative. So do your meditation, do your yoga, and do your book. Okay, that's all for me.
Teacher Sugan, I have another question that I come across very often, that people say I have studied so much, cannot digest. So I need to break. I go and digest first. I go and practice first before I carry on with study and sign up other courses. So then why I just do 4 steps and apply my money? Then next time, then I study. Why must I keep studying or learning?
Yeah, very good question. Huh? Very good question. In fact, this is also a question asked by Indonesia team. You see, the benefit of going across country is that you get one question from one country and then you can use the same answer for the other country. Okay, now let me give you an analogy, okay? Let me give you an analogy. We say that as a human, we need to eat rice, or rather we eat rice to survive, right? So can I just give you rice 3 times a day? Maybe Teacher Don just came back from Bali. Hey, in Bali, they eat something else, you know? They don't eat rice, they eat something else nicer. And then will you tell her, no, too many. I only want to focus on rice first. Let me really get the wholesome of rice to become very, very healthy and fit. Then I will try your Bali's food. You know, will you answer that way or not? No, I'm too busy. Just rice alone is already too much for me. I can't even finish my rice, you know, in one sitting. Sometimes my rice, I need to take few meals to finish my rice. So please don't give me your food first, Don. Okay, until I can finish all my rice in one sitting, then I will try your food. Okay, this is one analogy. Another analogy, okay, another story. If what you have learned before, you still cannot apply, what makes you think that you can apply them if you don't try to find other ways to apply them? Okay, okay, let me put it across in a simpler term. If you have learned 4 steps before and you have not been able to apply them successfully in your life, what makes you think that one day you will be
Teacher Sugan frozen already. Good. Then let's think. If we have learned 4 steps and not successful, so what makes us think that we will succeed one day? Yeah, he's
Sorry,
back.
sorry, my network dropped. So you see, Geshe Michael is very smart. If you go through the levels, right, you will realize that, hey, he is teaching the same thing but using different way. You know, like teacher Helena put here, elegant ways, right? Elegance is basically the 10 virtues, but we use different terms because if we keep on telling you 10 virtues, I think you will shut off. I know 10 virtues already, so I don't have to listen. I focus on other things. But now when we use the term of elegance, I think at least you will pay attention. Oh, what is this elegance thing? What is this thing called elegant? How are we going to use it in our life? You see? So these are the 2 answers I would like to propose to all of you, right? So we need to, and of course, when we, let's say you eat rice every day. If I give you white rice every day, one day you will tell me, enough, I don't feel like eating anymore. But if I vary the rice, I give you white rice, I give you basmati rice, I give you fried rice, I give you what mui fan, I give you all the different kind of rice. Will you still be enjoying eating rice? Definitely. So I mean, and then when we tell you, hey, there is this 10 seeds of elegance, would you like to come in and explore again? Would you look at the 10 virtues from a new angle? Oh, that means when I do my 10 virtues, I will become elegant, you know? I think all these are, I would say Geshe Michael is very smart. You see, we need to be able to see how innovation help us in our life. He is very innovative. Now, let me tell you, level 4, just this one thing alone is really worth attending. Okay, maybe Sandy, you can share this with the sales team, you know, why should people attend level 4? I don't know how many of you have watched the video. I think Tiger Man has been doing it. So please contact Sandy and see if you all can watch it again. 3 short videos and 1 long video, right? And Geshe Michael is talking about metaverse. Geshe Michael is talking about the countries. And finally, Geshe Michael is talking about what? Talking about relationship with people who are not around anymore. And also relationship with people who are yet to be born. Wow, to me, this is really mind-blowing. Okay, the teaching team, you have privilege. You can go to Life Tool 5, scroll to the back, and then you will get the answer. But for the rest of you, let me tell you, just being able to learn these 2 things are worth more than the price of attending level 4. Of course, it shouldn't be just like Life Tool 5. Okay, all the 12 Life Tools are revamped. Yes, I know some of you might have attended level 4 and 5, but this time around, the content is very, I would say, very refreshing. I have the same attitude. I know level 4 and 5. I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forward and backward. You know, we have been teaching them for a few years, and then we have been teaching many times a year. You know, level 4 and 5, at least we were teaching 3 times a year. In KL, in JB, in Indonesia, at least 3 times a year. Sometimes in JB, we do it twice. But when I listen again, wow, amazing. So I think try to come. I think we have special price for volunteers. You can contact Sandy. And then let's learn together. And let's get even more people to come and learn together, okay? One thing that I can promise to DMO is that I think due to my luck and my fortune, being able to work very closely with Geshe Michael in the mixed nuts, you know, I really have a very good advantage of knowing inside out and much deeper for all the life tools that Geshe Michael is teaching. Okay, so we can learn much deeper, not just from the surface level. Yeah, so that is what I can promise to DMO team. And I really enjoy doing all this, and then feel free to ask me all the questions. I hope my answers today can satisfy a lot of you. You know, all those, I believe all those are pretty original, okay? Those are fresh from my mind. I don't think you can get it from, you hear it from others. And then these few days, I don't know, maybe because of the diamond mining activity, you know, I have many new life tools. You know, like the day in Bali, I suddenly think of this life tool for how to get rid of the bad seeds using the water vapor, for example. And then yesterday I had another one. Oh, about the okay. I think this is for other day. Okay, we are a bit too late already. So my wife was asking. We are in a hotel in Bali, and then our room we got upgraded into the pool facing, meaning that the pool is just outside our room. So that means people are swimming outside our room lah. So my wife is asking, will people be able to see us from the pool? My answer is, it depends, right? It depends on what? Depends on which side is brighter. If outside is brighter, then of course they can't see us. If inside is brighter, then people can see us, right? How do we use this in our life? Okay, that will be for other day, not for today. That one will be for ACI, I think. I mean, you see, being close to Geshe Michael really gives me this sensitivity to the life tool creation and to understand the Geshe Michael's life tool even in much deeper sense. So let's train ourselves, especially the teaching team. We are waiting for you, Mr. Choi. Let's come in and then we sharpen our mind so that we can learn and apply all this much better and to bring our people so that everybody can become successful. Okay, that's all from me. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn on my camera. My goodness.
Shall we take a picture first before we forget? Later we
Are you
talk.
still with me, or do I lost all of you?
Yeah, we're here. We are here. In case later we talk so much we forgot about taking pictures. Can Selvi help us with that?
Okay, is it because my camera causing all the delay? Can you hear me?
Can hear but cannot see. Cannot hear and cannot see.
Sandy, earlier we have take picture, right?
Sorry?
Earlier we have already take picture.
Yeah, just now we took because some people like going to leave. Then now some people came in late, so I think we
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Take another picture first.
Okay, let me check.
Sylvia, your baby is so cute.
Thank you, teacher Cynthia.
Like a baby doll.
He's the one who's taking the picture now, huh?
Yeah, I'm taking picture. Let me. Okay, everybody. Hang on.
Your baby is taking the picture. IT section.
Sorry, sorry, my baby hand just pressed something. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Keep coming. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great.
Thank you, Selvi. Thank you. Anybody have questions? We have like half an hour. Treasure the time to ask.
I think just now, Troy here. I think just now Teacher Sugan answered a question about why we attend so many courses and how to use this. Actually, we attend it. We start the DCI activity learning is from 2017. Actually, we are quite aggressively, and sometimes, especially last 2 years, I think we are almost half of our time is attending training. And sometimes I have the same question I mixed up I learned from Casey Michael, I learned from Dr. Wu, I learned from many different. So, but I think important is if you ask me just attend DCI 1, can I start to work on it or not? Yes, for sure. Or else no point to conduct DCI 1 and you were saying that if you don't attend other DCI cannot work with the tools. I think we see even, I think in this room, we used to run a lot of book study and we see people achieve very good results, even they attend DCI courses. They just follow what we tell them, the 4 steps, they already achieve many good results. Only they go for attend DCI. But why we want to attend so many is that a lot of, I just feel that my personal opinion is that you just like play golf. Can you just have one club and play the whole games or not? Can. You cannot one stroke hit from one hole to another hole, then I hit 10 stroke, right? So you still can hit it. But the thing is that you are not effective. And sometimes you face problem, you really cannot solve it. That's why we want to learn more. And actually we learn more than DCI. Even last time when we run book study in this room, and we cannot answer some of the questions. That's why that time we go into SCI and we go to Lamrim and all this just to understand even better why things happen. And just like just now, we mentioned that why relationship is important. And in DCI, we have 5 goals, right? Health, relationship, peace of mind, and how to help others. And also that time when I attend the DCI 12, the art of gratitude, and Casey Michael saying that the tools that teach from shine to success, the important is harmony. If you have harmony, you consider you're successful. You just imagine these 5 goals. Actually, for me, the foundation is harmony. If you don't have harmony, you can't get help, you can't get money, you can't get peace of mind, and you can't even help people. If you are not harmony in your family, in your workplace, how do you help people? You have so much problem. That's why they related. And also I'm thinking is the harmony, how the support for harmony is you must live in an ethical life or else you cannot get harmony. And the ethical life that we are actually practicing is the 10 virtues. That's why the more tools that the knowledge that you gain, you make you more effective. And when you face problem, you actually can look for the cause, the root cause. That's why we do this. Of course, I agree that sometimes I also a little bit confused. Too many things coming in, especially those very deep ones, make us confused. But we need to sort it out. We need to catch the right things and link it together. I don't know other people. I'm very logic because we are engineer. We are very logic. I can't understand, I cannot teach. That's why last time when I joined SCI, people ask me why you join SCI. I tell them because I want to really understand so that when I answer question, I can link it correctly. The same thing, I think when I start SCIM, Savina asked me, Choi, you want to become teacher? I say, I never plan to become teacher. Then he said, why you spend so much money and time and take the pressure to attend the teacher course? I'm saying that same thing, we are doing volunteer. And sometimes you want to guide people. I want to make sure it's the most effective way and the right way. That's why we participate in SCIM, because in SCIM you go deeper, then it's more effective. I just look at the effectivity of how to apply the tools. That's why you learn more tools, you definitely help you. But you are saying that, is it only one, just DCI 1 or DCI 2, I cannot do anything? This is definitely wrong. You still level 1, level 2 is definitely not correct. You can, but maybe you go through a longer way or more difficult way. But if you really truly understand how things work, then it will help you to do things more effectively. This is my experience. Yeah.
Okay, maybe just to add on a bit. I think I like one thing that Jesse Michael always say. If you go to a class and you feel that you know everything, you are not learning anything. So when I hear something from him that I don't understand at all, I always tell myself, good, I'm going to learn something new. So this is how I think our attitude of learning. So sometimes you go to the class and then you found something that you just completely don't understand. Then you should be happy because means that you're learning something new. So this is what Geshe Michael like to tell us in the teachers training, diamond mining especially. Actually, we don't know what he's talking sometimes. And he said, you should be happy. That's where you learn something, which is true. Okay. If everything he tells you, you know, then you are not learning something. Okay. So this is where I think everybody should be happy if you hear something and you don't know. But we here very lucky because teachers shouldn't always give us much more insight. So don't be worried. We just go along and don't be afraid to ask question and tell your problem. That's where we all learn together. We have the seat to hear the problem that you have, and maybe it also solve the problem that I have not solved for a long time. Yeah. So I think this is where we all learn and support each other. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Gately and Choi. I hope this session turned out to be something that very fruitful. At first, I thought it's just gathering, fun, but I think it will bring us more. Then it brings me to want to ask another question. Since we are all here volunteers and we are a small group closer, I also like to go deeper. I always like to go deeper. And then I want to ask a deeper question that I want to ask Teacher Sugan. Since we are learning DCI, I want to ask, there is more than just this platform. There's something that touch religion, which we normally don't want to talk about, but I think here, as a closer group, we can explore. Okay, and we have Lady Niguma Yoga. We have Yoga Sutra 3. We also have ACI and Lamrim. So how do we look at these courses? Like, sometimes we want to encourage people to attend. They don't know what is Niguma, Lady Niguma teaching what. Yoga Sutra 3, what is it teaching? ACI, we are very careful. But even if my friend is inclined to the religion, a very religious person, a very curious person, I don't know how to express why you should go and explore ACI or Lamrim. So why should I learn all these courses?
Good question, and I like this question a lot. It depends on the individual. Okay, if you are a very practical person, the type that don't give me all the fluff, just give me the real thing, how I can use and how I can apply. If you are that kind of person, then I would suggest that just stick to DCI, because DCI is very to the point. Do this, you get this. That's all. And if you want to get faster result, you do this, you do this, you do this. That's all. That is DCI, very straight to the point. But if you are a logical person, like what Mr. Choi just mentioned, I'm also very logical. I need to know the logic before I can answer questions, before I can start teaching and sharing. Then I really encourage you to go into ACI. ACI will give you all the, I would say, foundation for you to understand the source better. That is for the normal logic person. But if you're a super logical person, you are really curious why ACI mentioned it that way, then you should come to mixed nuts. Because in mixed nuts, we are sitting together with Geshe Michael, finding out what this thing really means, what that thing really means. And there are many new things we are discovering every day. Like today we also discover many new things. So if you are super logical and you are really curious why certain thing is done certain way, come to mixed nuts. So that is purely from this SITS principle. Now, what is yoga? Yoga is one third of the three jewels as defined by the Sabahan people. Yoga is an important aspect of our practice. DCI and also ACI are training us in our mind. Okay, and those are good for people who like to think a lot. But for people who also learn through kinesthetic, you like movement. Okay, ACI and DCI are what I call it inside out. Inside out. And it is good for people who are very strong in their mind. But for people who are more kinesthetic, like to experience with their body, then yoga is something that you need to really consider carefully. It is outside in. Okay, and then why Niguma yoga? Niguma yoga is, well, yoga is pretty common nowadays. Everybody knows. You can see yoga classes everywhere. But yoga Niguma yoga is special in the sense that it is aligned to the emptiness principle, sixth principle that we are learning. Through Niguma yoga, we are learning the real practice to, we use the term to turn our this body into 彩虹，英文叫什么？哦 rainbow body. Rainbow body, okay? Rainbow body is a term that we use to describe the body that we achieve when we become successful, that we become very, very successful. Okay, that is the term we use. Or in ACI, we call it enlightenment. Okay, there is a body form that we will obtain when we reach that point of time. Yes, meditation alone, mind learning through the mind, through DCI, through ACI alone will help us achieve that.
Hang again.
Yeah, pause again. So digest a bit what Teacher Sugan said.
I think, like Teacher Sugan mentioned, when we learn seed system, we are saying that the seed was planted when we talk our action, our thought. And just now we mentioned 90% of the seed planted because of the thought process. And your intention or what you think. The best tools to manage it, of course, one way is doing meditation. But again, if you just sit down for meditation, it's very difficult to focus. Then yoga is one of the activities that can strengthen make you more soft, and you can sit there for hours. So I think this is all against related. And if you learn, you know that you want to have a very good meditation, you still come back to the 10 virtue, the ethical life. If you don't practice, you don't live with an ethical life, you will never able to sit down for 1 hour and with a peace of mind to do your meditation. That's why all these things is actually, for me, is related, and you need to find times to do it. And it's not easy because especially you are working, you have limited time. So like now I'm spend a lot of time my yoga. I don't spend so much time on my meditation, but I need to start up something. So I think this is all related. Yeah, just to can.
May put up her hand.
Yeah, for the benefits of Kelvin and Tambu, I don't know if they know about the lady Niguma yoga. It's actually very helpful when if you can join any Zoom with a Singapore team. You can ask. I mean, I don't know if they still do Zoom, because when we do yoga, we really dedicate all the healing, all the love to the people who need it. You know, and yeah, I just love this yoga. Even though when I don't have time, I do like 10-15 minutes every day and dedicate it out for people who really need it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, or you can also approach Jessica. She's doing it in the morning. Yeah, so yeah, some people join her. Yeah, okay, back to Teacher Sugan. Teacher Sugan was talking halfway.
Oh, I think Mr. Choi has summarized it well. What else? I mean, let's see if we have any other topic. Yeah.
Yeah. Then my question is, what's the difference between Lady Niguma Yoga and no, Yoga Sutra, and then Lady Niguma is a course that not only physical but also study, right? So what's the difference between Lady Niguma, the course, and Yoga Sutra and ACI?
Oh, okay. Well, I was talking halfway. ACI is basically our mind. It's training our mind, our understanding. Yoga is the physical, external, in and out, right? In and inside out and outside in. Yoga Sutra is the theory part. It is actually very similar to ACI, but from the yoga perspective. But if you go deeper into the Yoga Sutra, actually, it is talking about emptiness. It is very much talking about emptiness. So Yoga Sutra is another way of looking at it, and attending Yoga Sutra course, you will be able to understand the lingo of the terms used in the yoga community. Yeah, and the benefit of learning Yoga Sutra with Geshe Michael is that we will be able to understand why we do certain things. I think the main benefit, I think Mr. Choi will agree with me, the main benefit of learning all this with Geshe Michael is that he's a very logical person, and you will be able to understand what he's teaching thoroughly, logically. And yeah, so I think that is the main benefit learning with Geshe Michael. So Yoga Sutra is basically the theory part, the philosophy foundation of our yoga practice, whereas Yoga Niguma is the yoga that we are practicing, and it is a very special yoga to help us progress in our path. ACI is I would say, the foundation of DCI, where we learn deeper into why certain life tools are developed. Yeah. So those are the main points. And if you are a no-nonsense person, you just want to get things done, you just want to quickly know how to apply it in your life, then come to DCI. But if you would like to know more, you would like to explore why certain life tools are crafted this way or that way, come to Mixed Nuts. Yeah. Sandy?
Yes, thank you, Teacher Sugan. So, okay, how about the rest? Yes.
Can I? We always I always hear that knowingly or unknowingly, or rather unconsciously, we are planting seeds, whether it's negative or positive, right? In the past, now that we are in DMO, we become more conscious. If we want to plant good seeds, we do the 4 steps. And if we accidentally or for some reason come across negative, we do the 4 powers. But having said that, I also hear from many, and I also have the same problem. As much as I'm conscious, sometimes I also forget to do the 4 steps when I'm doing a certain activity, let it be whether it's for money or whatever. But having the phrase we use, unconsciously we're planting seeds. So if I'm going into a shop to give business, although I didn't do my 4 steps consciously, but unconsciously I'm actually thinking of going there to give business, buying something. Isn't that also part of 4 steps?
Sorry, you do one kind of 4 steps?
So what I'm asking is, if we forget to do the 4 steps consciously, now that we are practicing, hello, hi.
Sorry, my network is kind of bad. Yeah, can you repeat again? You're saying what is part of the 4 steps?
No, let's say I forget to do the 4 steps when I'm going to do giving business to plan for my financial freedom. Then but I don't consciously do the first steps before going. But we always say that we are planting seeds unconsciously, meaning to say, although I forget to do the first steps, I'm going to give business. And then after that, I realized I should have done the first steps. And then I recall back saying that I've given business, blah, blah, blah. I continue with the balance. But is that big seed planting, or is it okay? Or how does it relate to unconsciously setting off bad and good seeds?
Understand. Okay, apology for me turning off the camera. Somehow it is eating the bandwidth, and I think it is disturbing my connectivity. Okay, first of all, we are all human, and forgetting to do things are normal. So don't reprimand ourselves on that, right? Somebody I didn't see the name. Don't be too harsh on ourselves. And of course, planting seeds should be something fun. We should do it happily. We should enjoy doing it. We shouldn't feel pressure in doing it. So, and it's very normal when you forget to apply 4 steps when you do something. It's okay, perfectly all right. When you realize it, oh yeah, I think Calvin said that you become more conscious. It's okay, it's good, right? Now, when you really forget to do 4 steps before you do something, you can always recall back. Yeah, actually, I did 4 steps, right? Just recall back the situation, and that is good. I mean, there is never a moment wasted. We are always planting seeds, and if not good seeds, then it's bad seeds. But if what we are doing is good already, it won't become bad seeds. If what we are doing is good, giving business to others, you just need to recall back, reapply the 4 steps, and that's good enough. Otherwise, we will become very busy. I am not doing all those things every moment of my 24 hours, but just the understanding and realization that, hey, I'm actually helping people, that is very good already. But if you can really sit down and do the 4 step properly, that is even better. But it shouldn't be a deterrence for you to revisit when you forget about it. So
thank you.
Good questions, but don't be too harsh on ourselves. Yeah.
Thank you.
But I think when you think of something or you do something without go through the 4 steps, you definitely plant the seed. But the unique thing is that if you follow the 4 steps in the ancient teaching is you are completing the path, then the seed that you plant is very powerful. But not means that, let's say I want to kill ants, I don't need to, right? If I just kill it, I don't think about it, I don't feel joyful, then the seed that you plant, the best seed you plant is not that powerful. But if you intentionally kill the ant and you do it, and later you also think back and tell your friends that I'm very happy, I want to do it again next time, you complete for 4 steps. Then the bad seed that you plant is very powerful. But if just accidentally, and especially when you after kill it, you feel regret, actually you are doing the 4 power. Actually, that's why the seed is there, but it's not that powerful. That's why you see our mind is very difficult. We think about something, when people overtake you, sometimes immediately you feel angry, right? But that later you feel regret. Actually, immediately, you're doing something like 4 power. Right? You will tell yourself, I will not do it again. I will not scold the guy again if possible. So actually, you didn't complete the path, the path of planting the karma. Then it's not that powerful. But if you really want to plant, you intentionally plant a good seed, then you better do it the 4 steps. You complete the 4 steps. Then the seed that you plant, the consequences is powerful. So
Seed
is planted.
Whether you
whether you do 4 steps or not, seed is planted.
Great answer. Great answer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do meditation to control our mind. Don't simply think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got one more question. Sorry. I keep hearing the word nobleman. Can someone clarify what that means? nobleman appearing in your life, or you become a nobleman in someone's life? What does it mean?
Again, let me answer. And this is just a translation of Chinese term, you know. It basically means angel. It basically means angel. But I don't know. I mean, Chinese language has a certain term for it that people like to translate into nobleman. Basically, just angel. Okay, helping angel. That's all. So something appear to help us. You know, an angel that appears to help us. Then we call that nobleman. Yeah, benefactor is even more difficult, right? Benefactor, nobleman, all those are difficult English. Yeah. So just say somebody helping us, you know, somebody who appears to help us. I think that's enough.
Yeah, I agree with Teacher Shugan. When I do the translation last time, it's really difficult to find a right word for this. And at the end, most people either use angel or nobleman. I think right now, I see most of the translation they use is nobleman. And I think it's right. It's just somebody who appear at the time when you need to help you to get the thing resolved. Okay, it's not somebody you know, but it could be anyone who just appear at the time when you need help or need support.
So somebody who you didn't come in contact in your life before.
Can be someone who is your good friend, can be anybody. That means at that moment when you need help, someone appear. That's how my understanding is. So it's anyone. Let's say your car break down and suddenly a plus car come by, and that will become your nobleman. You are suddenly got stuck somewhere, and somebody help you to pass to get it over the bottleneck or whatever. Just something that when you need help, somebody appear. Just like recently, I think about 2 months ago, I dropped my wallet. I told some people in the wet market, and just a couple who passed by with a motorbike pick it up and find my name card, and they match it with my IC, and they give me a call. There are a few $100s inside. There are two bank card, 2 ATM card, and my IC, my driving license. And they call me and give me back. Not even take a single cent. So this is really like a nobleman. Okay, just happened that they passed by at the time. Yeah.
God sent.
Yeah, God sent. You're right.
I just want to share a small experience which I had 2 weeks ago. If we have time. Teacher Sandy, is it okay?
Yeah, I would just like to add a note that a nobleman, when if you just check the dictionary, I think benefactor is a closer term, because nobleman is more of is a title, it's like the aristocrat. Whereas a benefactor is somebody who gives, and usually refers to somebody who gives money to other people. So I'll just type it in the chat, but you can always Google. Then nobleman is not as, yeah, so I think benefactor is closer. Yep. Tambu, you go ahead. I think after that, I'll have to pass to Kate Ling. She has something to share. Yes.
Sure. Very briefly, 2 weeks ago, I very accidentally met someone in a place which I never thought I will meet. That person made friend with me almost instantaneously. And then after having a chat with me and knowing about me, don't know, for some reason I opened up with him within 15-20 minutes. He connected me by one phone call with someone, and that someone is now actually working out. How should I say? Probably a possible career which I was looking forward to, with possibly about almost 100% increase in my income. And this person I know from nowhere. So I would take this person as a nobleman in my life.
Yeah. Somebody just, it can be out of nowhere, but it can be somebody who's you see every day, somebody, yeah.
So my seed planting worked? Do I assume like that?
Anything that is good that happens to you is a seed. Same as anything that is bad that happened. Okay. Okay. I think teacher Sugan needs to rush to the airport. So I'll pass to Gatling for one more part that yeah, she's going to lead us to do coffee meditation and some four powers. Gatling, pass to you.
Yeah, I think back to one of the topic which we urgently need to get support is about tomorrow's summit. So if you cannot attend, like just now I mentioned, then there's one thing you still can do. Okay, you can coffee meditate the seeds that you have planted in the past in supporting sales, in supporting recommending business to others and things like that. Dedicate it so that tomorrow's summit, there are participants coming. You might want to give a call to your friend. You do some coffee meditation on the past good seeds that you have done. Or you might want to call or introduce it to somebody. And you can also do for power if you feel that, oh, that's too bad, okay, why we are end up in this situation. So you can also think about for power. If you feel some not nice feeling, then you can do for power. And if you do coffee meditation, then we are actually planting seeds, okay, that we get help in the future when we need help, okay, and we need support, we give support. So I think we just can consciously use 4 steps to get the support, to get the necessary thing. Even we cannot really make ourselves available tomorrow. So we must be skillful, okay, in planting seeds so that we get all the thing that we want, okay. And yeah, we can do a quick one round. So for example, I'm dedicating my seeds that I have done lately, okay, in supporting another organizer to make their event successful. So I'm dedicating that we get all the people to come and support and participate and benefit from the summit. So this is how I can think about it, what I have done happily and dedicate it. So this is how you can think about it. If anyone want to share, maybe Sandy want to give another example what you can dedicate.
Yes, in the past, I have supported a lot of program events, sharing night, and I always encourage people to attend so that they learn and also support the organizer. And also recently, there's another one that's a very good learning from a very wonderful teacher, and I also get my friend to, with a view that they will benefit from it. So I would like to dedicate those seats to DMO to submit to see more people come and learn. We'll have more participants so that everybody can benefit. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, nice. So everybody can do it. You can do 1 time, you can do 2 times, you can do 3 times. And as we always say, coffee meditation, not only when you want to sleep, but you can do it anytime. Later after this, you can think about it. Helena, I think Helena planted a lot of good seed also. Let's ask Helena.
Okay, in the past, I've always been very supportive of people's business, and I normally buy in bulk. So I have always been a very loyal supporter of new business, and always trying to give them more. And I will always go and like new establishment, I'll be the first one to be there to give the support. So I would like to dedicate all these new seats because we are also a new establishment. And people coming in the droves, you know, a lot of them coming in to register. So I want to dedicate this seat to DMO to see tomorrow will be a very successful event so that I'll be a very fantastic MC so that I can speak more. I can dedicate all to all of you and also especially DMO. DMO is going to be the fastest growing English platform in Asia. Okay.
Yes, next.
Anne.
Okay, I have always been very active, go back into the years of 2018, in every public talk, in every sharing night, in every city intensive workshop, I serve as a volunteer. Why? Because that organizer that I was serving had lots and lots of students from Malaysia, from Singapore, and I think from Indonesia as well, and sometimes from Japan. It was such a successful event because why? No, we have the master in town, Keisha Michael Roach. So therefore, lots of time given, lot of supporting. Why? Because the teacher are busy teaching, and it has always successful driven pure successful for the student, for the teacher, most of all for J.C. Michael Roach. I dedicate all my past years of commitment, very tough commitment, to tomorrow's event, not only to tomorrow's event, to every event of DMO, every workshop of DMO, to reach that peak. Why? Because we're reaching out the SID system to lots more people, especially the English speaking people. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Okay, next, shall we have Dawn?
Yeah, okay, my turn. Okay, so I recall that in fact recently I have been trying to post all the upcoming ACI courses, right, to share with all the DC friends, right? So in the hope that they will sign up, then they will learn more deeper, especially to support those that teachers. And also in the past I did post some of the link, right, for the students to support the ACI teachers, to give the token of appreciation. And on the same time, I also did help to promote, to get other speaker from other countries, right, to support them, to support their market, and so hope that there will be an audience from their country to support the teacher as well. Then as well as whenever I have a chance to support the Indonesian market, then I did attend and then to support the event as well. So I hope that with all the past good seed that I have planted, and as well as all the business, sometimes I do deliberately to look at which are the store that they don't have a business, and I purposely go there and to buy a business and then to upsize my food, right? So that the business owner will earn more money. So with all these good seed that I have planted, so I would like to dedicate to all the people, all the volunteers, all the noblemen here, as well as the tomorrow event. So I do hope that tomorrow, with all the effort that we have already putting in, with all the speakers that they have already well prepared, tomorrow then we will have a good turn up, then with all the audience coming in, and then they found that it will be a very beneficial event. They found that they can learn a lot, they found that they can inspire people, they found that they can share with more people, and then subsequently will share with more people, then we'll reach out to more people, and then eventually the teachers will be very happy because their teaching can benefit a lot of people, and then the audience will benefit a lot and learn a lot from that as well. Okay, that's all I have.
Hey, thank you, Dawn. Next, shall we have Jean followed by May? We have to rush. Hurry up. Teachers are going to need to go to the airport.
I want to I make a quick one. I want to dedicate all my good seeds, especially all my angels, because I like angel in my center. The same good seed that I have the enrollment for my center, I will dedicate this to DMO. Just talking about, sorry, not just talking about the tomorrow event, but I think all the events as well as the the number of students. I hopefully have more to come in to transform their life from our platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jean.
Yeah, hi. I would like to dedicate all my good seeds, the loving support seeds that I've been having, to DMO as well, and spread all the good wisdom to as wide, as huge as possible, successfully. Thank you. Have a good flight, Teacher Shukun.
Thank you. Shall we have Choi followed by Kelvin and Tambu?
Yeah, I think we are doing a lot of service, especially this kind of activities to benefit people in terms of wisdom in DCI, DCW, and other organizations, include the last week that we are helping to succeed a very big event. So I dedicate all this good seed to DMO, and especially the event tomorrow. We are very successful event.
Thank you, Choi.
I would like to rewind back 30 years ago. Me, my mom, and my brother were able to bring 12 monks from Saramay to do a Sand Mandala in WA for the first time, and I believe the last time. And that was really, really good. And I dedicate all that is exposed to many, many people in Perth. Dedicated to everybody in DMO here, and may all our future events be full of people, that you'll all be so busy. Thank you.
Hello, Tambu. Tambu, your mic. Cannot hear your mic.
Oops, yeah, sorry. I would like to dedicate my relationship which I actually achieved ever since I came into DMO. And I want to dedicate all the good seeds of the angels in DMO who actually made that possible for me for tomorrow's event to become successful, and not only tomorrow, for all the events in the future to be very, very successful. And I will do my contribution continuously for this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Tambu. Hey, teacher Sukan disappeared. I was trying to ask him, and teacher seemed to come in anyway. Okay. Okay. Is it the line drop or what? Okay, never mind. Oh, coming in already. Okay. They're coming in. So, teacher Sugan, we have all finished. Now it's your turn, and teacher Sing Jian's can hear. Teacher Sugan can hear.
Yes, we can. Sorry, my network dropped.
My coffee meditation.
Yes, you want how many minutes? Minute or 2 minutes?
My coffee meditation is when I help to organize, to listen to Geshe Michael's obeying his advice to come to Indonesia and organize all the events, and then start to organize to help other countries help to organize the events. And now for Fernanda, Mexico, to also help Mexico to run their level 4, and also to organize a family gathering everywhere in Indonesia, every region. Yay!
Yay! Okay, the last one, teacher Sugan.
Okay, thank you very much for all your support, and I would like to dedicate all this effort, effort by everybody, especially Sandy, to bring everyone together, and then also Gekling and Helena, and Don is supporting all our sessions. We dedicate all this effort so that DMO can become very successful, so that we can serve even more people, so that we can help more people become successful.
So everybody can get busy, yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, let's enlarge our motivation. Our goal is not just to get in more people, but our goal should be help more people become very, very successful. Yeah. So the bigger our goal, our intention and motivation, the better we can achieve our goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for this afternoon. I thought we will end much earlier, but then end up we keep talking. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you the teachers to be here, and Gatling and Choi to support us. So we'll see you next time in the next gathering.
Thank you
Thank you. Have a good flight, teachers.
Thank you, friends. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. See you all tomorrow.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.